Hey guys, Dan World, Mr. Grey, Dandolph the Grey. I'm back by the computer because it's just easier right now. As you know, I'm not a drama channel. Other people want to put out videos about drama stuff in the paranormal community. That's totally fine, I'm nothing against that, but I've always said I stay out of drama unless it involves myself. Obviously, this stuff going on with Ghost Adventures, Zac Bagans, Nic Groff, and Destination Fear, who I have never watched until today. The reason I started watching them today is because in my post I made about 2 weeks ago, and this ain't me siding with anyone, I'm just gonna put out some stuff of my own, right? I asked people to recommend what they want me to do breakdowns on a couple of weeks back, and there's a lot of good, cool recommendations, which I will get to. Destination Fear from Mark Riley. I forgot to heart you, by the way, Mark Riley. I do apologise. But yeah, Mark Riley asked for Destination Fear. Now, until today, I've never seen anything from Destination Fear, so I started looking them up because, you know, just to have a look. And that's when I went into the rabbit hole of the whole situation with Zac Bagans, Destination Fear, Nic Groff, and all that jazz. So first of all, we're going to watch some stuff. And I'll probably get copyright for this, actually, but, you know. So I YouTubed Destination Fear. And I've seen their name pop up a few times, but like I said, I've never watched them. I know they're a travel channel show, but like I said, I never actually sat down and watched them until today. So I found one called The Most Insane Evidence from Season 4. I'm going to state right now what a load of shit, but I understand these are likable shows. Before I go forward, I should say Ghost Adventures used to be one of my guilty pleasures years ago. I stopped watching a long time ago, but back in the mid to late 2000s, it was one of my little guilty pleasures I used to watch. I used to really enjoy it, and I was one of those ones who was disappointed to see Nic Groff go, because I think they had a good dynamic on the show. This was a couple of clips I found. I'm not going to watch it all, because I will get absolutely bloody slammed by the copyright monster.
Is someone getting close to me?
So this is one dude. I think this is that Dakota guy. I don't know.
I felt something. I think I just heard someone.
100% a ghost. Right, so there's that.
Hello?
Hello? Boom.
What the?
There's another one. No, I'm not debunking anything. I just want to put out some points for what I'm about to talk about, right? So basically, the drama going on right now is that Destination Fear, this show you just saw clips of, some of the clips, has been cancelled. It's not being renewed for, I think it's like a 5th season, I don't know. And everyone is going around the internet saying, Zac Bagans, this is Zac Bagans' fault, he cancelled it. First of all, I'm not saying Zac Bagans isn't an absolute egomaniac. Everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people who have worked with him said he's a piece of shit. Now, I don't know the guy. I don't know. You know, this could be from disgruntled employers. This could be from people who wanted to work with him again, but they wouldn't let them. I don't know. It could be this is the problem when you go with online drama stuff. Well, if in this case, actually, you only get one side of the story. You get Nic Groff's and Destination Fear's side. Nobody's heard from Zac Bagans' side. Now, I'm not sticking up for Zac Bagans, but I think he's getting a lot of shit right now for something we know nothing about, right? We know absolutely nothing about. And Destination, from looking into this, some of the people from Destination Fear have come out and said, no, it wasn't Zac Bagans who cancelled our show. Because everyone was saying Zac Bagans has so much power in this network that he called the show and said, hey, Destination Fear is too much of a carbon copy of my show. Cancel it now, or you'll never hear from me again. You just don't understand. Understand. I want answers. Answers. That's probably how he spoke down the phone to them. I don't know. This is all complete rumour and conjecture right now. Nobody has any proof of anything. Yet all around the world, all around the internet, everyone's just slagging off Ghost Adventures and Zac Bagans. Like I said, I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just looking for both sides here. And you're only taking one side of the story. And there's been a lot of videos made on it. I haven't watched those videos. I will get to them, but I tend not to, like I said, do drama stuff. And like I said, the only reason I started making these videos is because someone said, watch this Destination Fear. That's how I went down this little rabbit hole. But the thing is, right, now, like I said, Ghost Adventures was my little guilty pleasure from a couple of years ago, and I haven't watched it for a number of years. I still, now and again, I'll watch an episode just for pure entertainment value, and, you know, it is what it is. But then when I started watching this Destination Fear today, it's pretty much a carbon copy of Ghost Adventures. The Nic Groff show, I think I only watched one episode. And like I said, I'm not slagging off Nic Groff. I really I liked him in Ghost Adventures, and his reasoning for leaving or getting fired, we'll never know the truth about that. Obviously, both sides to the story. You know, Nic Groff is obviously going to defend himself and say whatever, because why wouldn't you? And I know Zac Bagans said some stuff about him back in 2014. But once again, we will never know the full truth, unfortunately. You know, there's nothing ever official come out. But you had Paranormal Lockdown? I think it was, with Nic Groff. You got this Destination Fear, and you had Ghost Adventures. They're all exactly the same. Exactly the same. Carbon copies of each other. Obviously, Ghost Adventures came first. But Ghost Adventures wasn't the first paranormal investigation TV show. They all follow exact same pattern, exact same boom music stabs when something half dramatic happens, like a fart in the wind. And you know, they all get like, oh my god, what's happening? It's like Twin Paranormal all over again. And Twin Paranormal, obviously, I call them Ghost Adventures 2.0. What you got to remember is when these shows, you know, when you get a paranormal investigation team on YouTube, there's a lot out there who, you know, genuinely try to go out there and try to find stuff. The majority of paranormal shows on YouTube are complete and utter bollocks. And they're just pure sensationalism. Every knock is a bloody ghost. It cannot possibly be, I can't speak. It can't possibly be the house relaxing, or just the wind. It has to be a ghost. I suppose they have to act like that when they're doing their paranormal investigations, because who's going to watch someone shout for 8 hours into the distance with nothing shouting back? I can understand that people don't want to watch that. They would rather watch something, oh my god! Oh my god! Destination Fear do exactly the same stuff as Ghost Adventures. Nic Groff show does exactly the same stuff as Ghost Adventures. I remember there was an episode of Nic Groff, and I think it was in his Paranormal Lockdown episodes, where he went to 30 East Drive. Now, I mentioned this story before, but I always bring it up because it's bloody hilarious. You know, to say Zac Bagans is an egomaniac because he's the lead of his show doesn't happen all the time, but unfortunately, the majority of the time when people have their own shows, and they are the lead investigator, they are the hero we need. When they're the lead investigator of their own show, the power does get to them. It does absolutely get to them, and you know, they make demands and like, I want my coffee 50 degrees, not 51, not 52, 50 degrees. I don't know if they do. I don't know. Is that hot? I don't know. That's pretty hot. So when Nic Groff made his own channel, like I said, I liked Nic Groff in Ghost Adventures, but when he made his own channel, there's this one episode I saw where he went to 30 East Drive. There's 2 episodes, I think. It was over 2 or 3 episodes, I can't remember. He went to 30 East Drive, and, you know, obviously he got in touch with the Black Monk, and he had this wonder box. He has this wonder box in his house. His house in America now, I should say, right? I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, he went to 30 East Drive, you know, things happened. Shocking truths were unfolding in front of his eyes through this ghost of 30 East Drive. Probably the caretaker next door, but we won't go into that. But so he got all this activity in 30 East Drive, and obviously in his episode, it was the most active house in the entire bloody world for paranormal activity. And then he went home. And then I saw that, I think it was the next episode, or the episode, a couple of episodes after. Isn't it? I don't know where in America he lives. Whatever. Over that place. Over that way. The episode started with him talking about how he has this wonder... it wasn't called a wonder box, but another... What's his name? Huff Paranormal Wonder Box. This was before I knew who Huff Paranormal was. This is when I watched that episode. Way before I knew who Huff Paranormal was. And he had this wonder box. I don't know if he got it from Huff. Steve Huff. I don't know. Or it was just a similar looking box. But he had this wonder box in his basement. And he's explaining in the episode that he woke up one night and he heard something down in his basement. In America now. Nic Groff I'm talking about. He went down to his basement in his wonder box. He turned his wonder box on. And he started hearing voices. And he has footage of this, by the way. There's footage of this voice coming through his wonder box telling him, Nick, you need need to go back to 30 East Drive, Nick. I'm the Black Monk. I need you to come because you are the most important person in the world. I'm being so sarcastic because the episode was hilarious. But anyway, Nic Groff, because of this Wonderbox, all these voices coming through tell him to go back to 30 East Drive. He went back to 30 East Drive. And obviously, the Black Monk summoned him. This is Nic Groff talking in the episode now. This ghost has summoned me back to 30 East Drive, and I need to know why. And the entire episode is the most self-centered bullshit I have ever watched. It was all like Nic Groff was the most important person in the world. Yeah, this ghost summoned Nic Groff all the way from America, across the pond to bloody Chequersfield, which is where 30 East Drive is situated. And it was all about Nic Groff, because he was the lead of the show. You know, he was telling the story and he was the lead of the show, so you can understand why it was all about him. So to say then, when Zac Bagans with... I'm telling a story for a reason, right? I have a point to make. So to say that Zac Bagans' Ghost Adventures, which I know they were co-investigators, Nic Groff and Zac Bagans, but everyone always knew that Zac Bagans was the lead of the show. Whether he started out like that, I don't know, but he is the lead of the show, so to say it's always self-centered around Zac Bagans is totally understandable. My point is, and this goes for Destination Fear as well, they know they're adding stuff in. They have to add stuff in. I have no doubt. Same with Zac Bagans. Same with Ghost Adventures. When they first started, they did that documentary, and I think it's Goldsmith or Goldfield, I can't remember. It's really good. And I remember watching that back in the day before they had that Travel Channel show. I'm sure they started out, like most people do, most of them, but they started out to, genuinely look out. I want to find, I want answers. We want answers, all that stuff. I'm sure they genuinely went out to try and find out if there was something out there in the paranormal universe. I'm sure they genuinely started out there. And through the popularity, they got a network TV deal. That's when the shit hits the fan, if you ask me. That's the biggest problem when it comes to paranormal TV shows. Nobody wants to watch someone shouting into the wind, into the distance, with absolutely nothing happening for an entire hour of an episode. Nobody wants to watch that. Oh, it's just unfortunate, right? And I'm not slagging people who do that off, but it's unfortunate that most people don't want to watch that. They want to see things being thrown at people. They want to see people getting scratched. They want to see people getting possessed. They are under pressure. These TV shows are under pressure to put bollocks into their TV shows. And you watch them, and any rational mind will understand what the hell am I watching? This is the thing I always say, right? This is the 50-50 I always give people. It's either someone's added in something in post, or they're faking someone, or someone in the production team is in the background of that hall whistling at you to make it sound like a ghostly whistle, or it's a ghost. And I always say, which do you want to believe? I'm not saying don't believe in what you want to believe. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, with your rational head, and when it comes to these TV shows, what do you believe? Do you believe it's a production staff putting it on to make the show more entertaining because that's how you get more episodes made with these TV shows, or it's a ghost? These TV networks are not going to want to have someone keep on making episodes with nothing happening. It doesn't happen. You watch any of those shows, and if you go by the evidence shown in each episode of all these shows, Ghost Adventures, Destination Fear, Paranormal Lockdown, all of the TV syndicated paranormal TV shows, they should have a Nobel bloody prize, for 100% proving that whatever we are seeing on screen is real. They don't, though. This is my point. They don't have that. They are under pressure to fake things, to sensationalize things, because nobody wants to watch an episode of someone with a K2 meter standing there for 2 hours with nothing happening. Which, like I said, is unfortunate, but that is the way entertainment industry works. Should these shows get cancelled? No, they shouldn't, because they are entertaining, and people enjoy them. I'm not here to party poop. That's not why I do this stuff. And like I said, I don't do drama stuff. But it's led me down this rabbit hole. People need to chill of not giving Zac Bagans shit, because he apparently is an egomaniac. I don't know the guy, but everyone's saying, oh my god, he got Destination Fear cancelled without any proof whatsoever. And it's the same the other way around as well. You know, what Zac Bagans said about Nic Groff. Nobody has any proof whatsoever of both sides of the story. But it always spiral when anything happens online. It always spirals out of control, and people say their things and like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I just thought it was interesting. You know, my little rabbit hole I went down this morning just because someone said, "Watch Destination Fear." I had no idea this was part of the drama involving Zac Bagans, Nic Groff, and what have you. That's all I want to say. That you'll never know who is right or wrong in these situations, unfortunately, unless they 100% came out in a court of law saying yes, Nic Groff did do these things, or yes, Zac Bagans did do these things. You can't 100% believe what you hear online, including me. Like me, I'm not bald. It's just the way the sun hits my head. Right, I'm going because I'm just talking bollocks now. That's all I had to say. Like I said, I'm not a drama channel. I tend to stay out of this kind of stuff. It was just an interesting little thought I wanted to get off my head. Right, I can't speak. I'm going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a sub if you're new to my channel. I do this quite often. That's it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.